and it's in about 20,000 parts. 5 parts, they're short. It's called Some Extensions on the Sovereignty of Science. I want to read this because I was talking in class earlier about loud and magnet. And I use it in this particular poem. 1. When the thought came to him, it was so simple, he shook his head. People are always looking for kidneys when their kidneys go bad. But why wait? Why not look when you're healthy? If 2 good kidneys do the trick, wouldn't 3 do the job even better? 3 kidneys, maybe 2 livers, 2 hearts, of course. Instead of repairing damage, why not think ahead? Why not soup up the car? Why not be a touring 8-cylinder classic or one of those old 16-cylinder half-mile-long Duesenbergs? 2. The hardest work of the last quarter of the 20th century is to find an edge in the middle. When something explodes, for example, nobody is confused about what to do. You look toward it. Loud is a magnet. But the laws of magnetism are more complex. One might just as well try this. When something explodes, turn exactly opposite from it and see what there is to see. The loud will take care of itself, and everyone will be able to say what happened in that direction. But who is looking the other way? Nature, that magician and author of loud sounds, maybe these events are nature's sleight of hand. And the real thing that's happening is in the other hand, or behind, or above, or below, or inside us. 3. On a recent trip to Bloomington, Indiana, I was being driven there from Indianapolis. You ever tried to put Indianapolis in a poem? No, don't do it. I was being driven there from Indianapolis, and my friend pointed out some hills along the way, saying that these hills were made as a result of the farthest reach of the Ice Age glacier. I had been waiting for this moment ever since 5th grade. I could hardly contain myself, though I'm sure I just said, in the conversation. I took a small and delicious breath. So, I said slowly, that's the terminal moraine, huh? There, I'd said it. The phrase I had saved up since the moment I found it in the 5th grade reader. Terminal moraine. I had never said it out loud. What's a little scary, of course, is that I was more excited about remembering than about the hills themselves. But if it was scary, it was sweet in the mouth too. In a larger picture, one way or another, the Ice Age glacier was still a force to be reckoned with. 4. The reason you can't lose weight later on in life is simple enough. It's because of how so many people you know have died, and that you carry a little of each of them with you. 5. The smallest muscle in the human body is in the ear. It is also the only muscle that does not have blood vessels. It has fluid instead. And the reason for this is clear. The ear is so sensitive that the body, if it heard its own pulse, would be devastated by the amplification of its own sound. In this knowledge, I sense a great metaphor. but I do not want to be hasty in trying to capture or describe it. Words are our weakest hold on the world. So it's called the stapedius muscle, and it has fluid. It doesn't have, because you can't hear your own pulse. It's a truism of science. Other questions?